Oblique Seville says, quote, "I'll win at World Championships 2025," end quote, after his dominating 9.86 win at the London Diamond League in the men's 100 meters. But can he actually win? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button to continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know the next video drops. Drop a video at least once a day on Peter Lloyd World. Also, for the other content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. Are you ready? Yep, good to go. Well, the entire world is still talking about the thrashing that Jamaica's sprinter Oblique Seville delivered to a stellar lineup of world-class male sprinters, including the defending Olympic and world champion in the men's 100 meters at last weekend's London Diamond League. People, it was an absolute thrashing. And in fact, Seville is beaming in a way that we have never seen him before. Take a listen.
Yeah, because it's actually a good win, but the main focus is the World Championship. So when I win at the World Championship, everyone can say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure I'm going to win.
Now let me state this categorically. I have been following Oblique Seville for quite some time, and I have never heard Oblique Seville make a prediction like this. Now if you have, please let me know. And this means that his confidence level is through the roof, which is an indicator of several factors that we'll talk about later in the video. But if you were living under a rock and you are unaware of what's going on, at the London Diamond League 2025 in the men's 100 meters, Oblique Seville utterly dominated and crushed a field comprising of the likes of Lyles, the defending world and Olympic champion in the men's 100 meters, Zionel Hughes, Great Britain's very best male sprinter all time, Akeem Blake, one of Jamaica's and one of the world's best male sprinters, and Akani Simbini, who was up until recently unbeatable in the men's 100 meters. Seville trounced the field, running 9.86 ahead of Noah Lyles' 10 seconds flat, a season's best, and Zionel Hughes' 10.03 to take the third spot. Seville beat them by a clear meter, if not a meter and a half. And I want you to note, he slowed down 10 meters out.
Set. Away they go. Great start from Seville, who's got a little bit of a march on Noah Lyles. Lyles has got some work to do. Seville is going really well here. Seville's going to win this. Brilliant rim. He even has time to salute. 9.85. Wow. What a...
Now let's watch the race again. First of all, he led from the beginning, and you can see clearly there, he shot down at least, let us say, 6-7 meters out of the tape. This was a terrifying display of power. And like I said, I have never heard Oblique Seville speak in this manner. And he talked about how this boosted his self-confidence. I keep telling you people that something like this is psychologically very important, and some of you keep saying Seville doesn't need that. Every athlete, listen, every human being needs to be boosted psychologically. All of us, we need affirmation. Take a listen to what he said again, post-race interview.
For now, I think this actually boosts my confidence going into the World Championships.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Now you need to know that this was not the first time he dominated such a field, including beating world champion Noah Lyles, who many think for odd reasons that he's unbeatable. I am not one of those many. In fact, I am, let me reserve. At the Racers Grand Prix 2024, Oblique Seville dismissed Noah Lyles in no uncertain terms, again beating him by a clear meter and a half. In fact, the challenge that Oblique Seville has had continuously within the last 18 to 24 months in terms of his sprinting was the continuous issue of injury. And I think we may be past that. Take a look at his trouncing Noah Lyles at the Racers Grand Prix 2024 in the men's 100 meters. Oblique ran 9.8 to a then world lead and personal best ahead of Noah Lyles' 9.85.
Off they come, Oblique Seville brilliantly.
Now, my opinion personally is that this reburst of confidence came from his 9.83 second place run at the Jamaican National Championships. Now, just prior to his run, for at least 2 minutes, he was complaining that he felt something in his leg. He was very unsure, very insecure. One of his team members had to come down and speak with him. And eventually he running a spectacular time in the finals. Not as impressive as the 9.75 ran by Kishane Thompson, but Oblique Seville, in my opinion, overcame a major psychological obstacle. Now, I know some of you don't understand the importance of this. You keep saying it's not important. Let me explain something to you. You can achieve nothing in your life if you do not believe you can achieve it. I have always said repeatedly, and I'm not the person, someone has asked me if I'm a psychologist. Look, this is this indisputed scientific fact. Go check it. Injuries affect us and athletes, not just physiological. If you don't understand what that means, it's not just a physical injury, but it also affects you psychologically because it creates a barrier. The body is going to say if you push beyond a certain point, you're going to re-injure yourself. It is an innate thing. I believe when Oblique Seville was able to overcome what he felt in his leg, he was more importantly able to overcome psychologically what was holding him back as a top-tier male sprinter. So behind Kishane Thompson's 9.75 at the Jamaican National Championships, Oblique Seville ran a 9.83, overcoming that major hurdle, psychological hurdle. And I believe this freed him mentally, which is why he was able to perform in the London Diamond League so well. So look back at this post-race interview at the London Diamond League after his 100-meter 9.86 shattering win and run over some of the best male sprinters the world has ever seen. And listen once more to what he says about winning at World Championships. And I'm going to say this again. I have never heard Oblique Seville speak like this, ever.
Yeah, because it's actually a good win, but the main focus is the World Champion. So when I win at the World Championship, everyone can say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure I'm going to win.
And you're
Because I know for sure I'm going to win. Let me repeat what he said. Because I know for sure that I'm going to win. Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. People, I have never heard Oblique Seville speak like this. Maybe he speaks like this in private to his friends and his family, but I have never heard Oblique Seville speak like this publicly. In fact, he's a very modest young man. That's the impression I get. And this person who keeps telling me that Oblique Seville does not have a issue of doubt. I don't know what's going on in your head, but there's no doubt. If you know you can deliver and you're constantly being injured, trust me, it's going to play with your mind psychologically. So to hear Oblique Seville say he knows he's going to win. Do I think he can win? Yes. Yes, because I keep saying at this level, what separates the athletes is more psychological than it is physiological. If your personal best in the men's 100 meters as a male sprinter in today's world is 9.82, yes, you can win at World Championships. There is no question in my mind you can win. But more importantly, you have to believe you can win. You must believe this. And clearly, for the first time in a while, Oblique Seville is convinced not only can he medal, he is convinced he can win. He didn't say come second, third, top 4, top 10, top 7. He said, I can win. More importantly, he said, I know I can win. Now, why do I think he can win? One, I just said it, 9.82. Yes, you can win at World Championship with 9.82. Two, psychologically, he is convinced at this point. It means whatever the barriers were psychologically, whatever the barriers were physiologically, meaning the injury issues, he is clearly at a point where he believes he has passed this point. Three, the person he needs to beat more than anyone else would be Kishane, who he has not beaten yet in a race, and Noah Lyles. The whole world is talking about Noah Lyles. I think the race is really between Oblique Seville and Kishane Thompson. He has trounced Noah Lyles at least twice. Now I'm going to say this in Noah Lyles' defense. This may have been his first or second 100 meters for the entire 2025 season. And we know he tends to improve. But let's break down the race that we just saw Oblique Seville run. From the starter's gun went off, Oblique Seville was ahead of the entire field. There was no point when anyone was even beside him. He led from start to finish. We also saw him do this at the Racers Grand Prix 2024. So we know he knows how to beat Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles comes on in the last 40 to 30 to 40 meters. If you are far enough ahead of him and as fast as Oblique Seville, he cannot catch you. Why Lyles tends to win is two things. One, psychologically people are afraid of him. I'm going to tell you I'm right. He's doing a Muhammad Ali. It's Noah Lyles, I'm going to beat you. He does what Muhammad Ali did. Get into your head. I don't think he can do that with Oblique Seville ever again. Seville has beaten him twice. Not beaten him. Trounced him. Trashed him. Beat the crap out of him over the 100 meters. So I believe Noah Lyles is going to have a problem beating Seville after this point. No matter how much he improves in the next 6 weeks, I don't see him catching Oblique Seville. If Oblique Seville remains healthy, it's game over for Noah Lyles. Who else should we worry about? Well, Kishane Thompson. Some say Kenny Benerick, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Kenny Benerick, but he could be a factor. So he would need to get past Noah Lyles, Kenny Benerick, and let's say Fred Curley and Kishane Thompson. I believe the person who can perhaps slow him down would be Kishane Thompson. And Seville has much more experience over the 100 meters internationally than Kishane Thompson. So I kind of think that we're at an impasse, people. I really believe that Seville at this point has done something that I'm going to keep saying this. I don't know if I have never heard Oblique Seville say in any interview, I am going to win this. And I've certainly never heard him talk about world championships in that manner. I've heard him say, I'm going to medal. I'm going to do my best. But never have I heard him say, I know I'm going to win. So, can Oblique Seville win the men's 100 meters at World Championships 2025 if he remains healthy? Yes, people. Yes. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to support the channel. I'm going to leave a link to our Printify, our merch short, printify.com. I'll leave a link in the description below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings, and queens. Bless us.